everybody, it's Perez, joined by one of my all-time favorites, and I really mean that, Tori Amos, who has a new album coming out, very exciting, Night of Hunters, which I've read, or you might have spoken of it too. It's been described as a song cycle. Now, some people may not be familiar with that. What does that mean?
Well, it comes from the classical tradition. It's a real form of music. So we would say, I guess, in a contemporary way, kind of sort of like a musical, but without dialogue. There's a story and there are characters. There's usually a protagonist, a person that things are happening to. So there's a personal crisis or issue. And in our story, it's a woman who, her lover has just walked out, glass everywhere, bit of blood on the floor, 1735 old Georgian house, so quite gothic, but it's the 21st century and he's walked out. And we follow her story as she meets Annabelle, this creature that takes her through the rest of the night.
Now, this album, and well, actually, a lot of the recent albums seem to have been, kind of, I don't know if this is the appropriate word, concept album, thematic albums.
I like a concept.
Is it easier to kind of draw from these characters now? Maybe is it a different muscle that you're using, or what's drawing you to more theme concept kind of projects?
Well, I like a story, and I think that through story you can really take people to resorts without them leaving their chair wherever they're living. And even though it's a story, though, it doesn't mean that parts of it didn't happen or that I haven't experienced it. This record has been very much about different things I've experienced in my life at different times. It didn't all happen in one night as it does in the record, the realization that she goes through. It took me many years to realize.
Is Tori really happy? And is it easier to channel some of these deeper emotions from characters that may not be so happy?
Well,
can you write when you're happy? Like, as yourself? Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. I think that in the span of a week, especially with so many changes that are happening in our world, I think I certainly get challenged emotionally and have to learn how to communicate with people I care about. And I don't know if you've felt this, but so many people that I know have been going through really big changes, big things. And that affects family members and friends and groups of friends. And as a couple, I guess Mark and I, we've been together, it'll be 17 years when we had our first date. Wow. In October.
You remember the day you had your first date?
Yeah, the 6th of October.
Did he ask you out or did you ask him out?
No, the truth is, no, wait a minute. The first date was after that. I professed that I had a crush on him at a show in Madison, Wisconsin.
During the show?
Before the show.
Okay.
I came out to the sound desk and I brought a cup of tea. And I said, okay, so, well, he said, yes, in his British accent, mate, is there something I can do for you? And I'm thinking, And I said, well, I think it's only fair that you know that I have a crush on you. And he said, well, he was taken aback, and he said, from where I come from, then I would say, what about a date? That would be the next step.
Oh. But as a result of that, you've been together 17 years and had a beautiful daughter who is on your album now.
Yes, she
Tosh sings on a couple of songs.
Yes, she does.
And she's also in the artwork in the album.
Yes, she
some
is.
some photos. And does she want to be a musician herself or an actor? Because she says she's done both.
She's doing both because I think she wants to be proficient at both of them. Really, really good. Not just an actor who can sing or a singer who can act. She said that's just not any good. You've got to be great at both. But that's about commitment, and she pushed us to get into this performing arts school called Sylvia Young
In London?
in London.
She goes to there now?
She started 2 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh.
She was accepted a year ago.
Wait, and she's only 12?
She's just turned 11.
She just turned 11. So, are you living in London now?
No, I'm not living in
She's-
London. She's at boarding school.
She's in boarding school?
She pushed us. She said, "Mom, Dad, I'm good."
That's, I mean, a lot of Amy Winehouse went there. Adele went there.
Mm.
It's quite prestigious.
And quite a few actors have gone there that are in British television. So Tash really wanted to do this, and I said, Mark and I talked about it with her. I mean, she wanted to go to Hogwarts, but this is like a version of Hogwarts.
How far is Cornwall from London? You live in Cornwall.
Well, only part of the time. I mean, that's Mark's place. I travel a lot, and we're touring. We tour a lot, and I'm in the States. I have to. This is where I get a lot of my energy.